Mr. Ket Matlala, the man of trouble, the man of troubles, right? It has been exclusively revealed that Mr. Ket Matlala basically had never, the vehicle that Mkwanazi has exposed that they were registered in the metropolis metropolis of Eguruleni EMPD. Basically, information has emerged confirming everything that Mkwanazi said. Guess what? Not long ago, people were saying Mkwanazi was speaking without evidence, but evidence is emerging that Eguruleni Metropolis, then acting deputy commissioner, acted unlawfully in that on and about around November, they registered the cars belonging to Matlala as their vehicle. Now, I'm going to take it a bit further, and there's something that I want us to read concerning Vusmus Ket Matlala. We can also tell you today that it has been exclusively revealed in ENCA that all this thing that is happening, indeed it happened, right? So you've got a police report that confirms the assertion made by Mkwanazi. IOL confirms that. ENCA on their interviews confirms the assertion made by Mkwanazi as true. Where did Mkwanazi lie? Or the lack of evidence thereof? There's no such, right? So I want us to start. I'm going to give you the exclusive from Eguruleni. I want us to start from what the the national commissioner had said about Ket Matlala. Here.
I just ask you to take it from there.
Thanks very much, commissioners. The Gauteng team, assisted by the seconded team from KZN, conducted two simultaneous operations on the 6th of December 2026. The arrest of Mr. Molefe and the questioning of Mr. Matlala around the kidnapping of one Mr. Jeribu Shura happened. The operation conducted at Matlala's house originated from a referral from my office. In particular, a concerned party requested a meeting with me, and upon meeting, the person indicated that General Sibia, he implicated General Sibia and indicated that he is known to be close friends with Mr. Matlala. It was expressed that that Matlala was involved in various crimes and suspected to be involved with the kidnapping of Mr. Jeribu Shura. Given this background, I requested, because the person was not trusting anyone, especially in Gauteng in the investigation of this crime, I requested Lieutenant General Dumisani Khumalo to conduct the investigation into this kidnapping. Through investigations, it was established.
Sorry, can I just ask you to just clarify there, without necessarily giving the details? Are you saying that the concerned party who came to see you implicated General Sibia in the kidnapping that you refer to in that paragraph? Or is it in relation to something else?
No. He did not implicate him in the kidnapping. He implicated Mr. Matlala in the kidnapping. But he further said that Mr. Matlala is very close to General Sibia, and the concern of coming to me was that there is no way that General Sibia can oversee this investigation or decide who must investigate this case. That's the reason for coming to me.
So that information that is being conveyed to you, does that, or is that tantamount to implicating General Sibia there, as you say in paragraph 102?
That's correct, yes. That's what I'm saying, that yes, the person said General Sibia is close to this Mr. Matlala, who is implicated or suspected to be implicated in the kidnapping.
All right. I think you deal with this issue later when you deal with the internal investigation that was conducted, and we'll get to that.
So, we now know that there has been this problematic figure called Cat Matlala. We know that beyond a shadow of doubt. And it is so funny that this same problematic figure went to ask for bail, saying the state does not have a case against him. But when you look at things right now, it's actually piling up. Strong evidence is just piling up, and I don't see how Matlala will survive this one. But there's an article that was released by IOL which says exclusive inside Vusmu's Cat Matlala a capture of Ekurhuleni Metro Police Department. Listen to this. They are then saying a confidential report by Independent Police Investigative Directorate IPID seen by IOL has uncovered a disturbing case of alleged corruption and fraud implicating controversial businessman Vusmus Cat Matlala and Ekurhuleni Metro Police Department EMPD. Right? The report refers as Boxback Case 262/03/2023, dated August 1st, 2023, is signed by the Director of Investigations and Acting National Head of Investigations. It outlines how Matlala alleged engineered a scheme of fraudulent transfer ownership of 4 city-owned vehicles from the city of Ekurhuleni Fleet to private security company, the CAT VIP, circumventing proper procedure and regulation. According to the IPID report submitted to the MPD Chief of Police Office, the controversy began in February 2023 after a media inquiry sought clarification on the use of EMPD vehicle by CAT VIP and whether a formal memorandum of understanding existed between the two entities. IPID revealed that between 18th of January and the 24th of January 2023, 4 vehicles were initially registered under the city of Ekurhuleni Fleet. By March 2023, however, ownership had been inexplicably shifted on the National Traffic Information System, INATIS, to CAT VIP Matlala. Significantly, the city incurred expenses amounting to 2,218 rand for the initial registration licensing of this vehicle, a cost later deemed unjustified as the cars were never delivered to the municipality. Now, I want to go back to this thing that there is no evidence, whatever Mkhwanazi is saying. Basically, there is no evidence whatsoever of anything. What is this? What is this? Right? What is this? Now, we are coming to the exclusive video from Ekurhuleni. We are coming to that. We just deal with this exclusive report as well. You can see the real capture, but let's go down with the report. Listen to this. As you read the report, it says it has been ascertained that the chief of EMPD was at the time acting as deputy chief of police from October 15, 2021 to November 2, 2023. Further discovered that the chief of police and deputies do not have powers to enter into memorandum of understanding with external stakeholders. Those powers are vested in the office of the city manager, and processes at various stages has to pass before it is signed. Yeah. Now, tell me why does it look like there are people who, prior to the Commission of Inquiry or Madlanga Commission, tell me why there were some people who were just waiting for Mkhwanazi. They were just waiting for him. They were just waiting to discredit him. But as we look at evidence now, it emerged that there's actually enough evidence to believe or to back it up that the capture did indeed it happened. But what I want you to focus on here is that for this capture to occur, it needed politicians. Politicians had to be involved in the processes of this capture. You cannot continue this capture unless there is powerful figures backing you up. So that is what we have heard about this problematic figure who went and argued before court that the state does not have any evidence against him. Listen to what they have to say here. There was no memorandum of understanding between CAT VIP and EMPD found in the archive of the MPD, meaning that there was a misrepresentation when such memorandum of understanding was referred to IPID cited, right? Then IPID continues to say, based on the evidence collected, the state has a strong case against the suspect as he acted unlawfully in terms of corruption as the CAT VIP unduly benefited as license fees of their vehicle were paid for by the city of Ekurhuleni. The city is already looking into this allegation, although internal process and is cooperating with the relevant authorities. Once the appropriate processes have run their course at the commission, we will be able to provide full public update. That is what they are saying. IPID's position is that the commission should be allowed to proceed with its mandate. We will not comment on media inquiries falling within the commission's scope, which is fair. Very much fair. I fully concur with that. It is fair. Now, with that being said, we now know that the political killing task team did an incredible job in cracking down everything that smells Matlala and ultimately bringing him onto his knees. What we now know, or what we have now been, what's the right word for this one? What we have came to realize, or what we have came to know about Vusmus Cat Matlala is very much disturbing. It is beyond what one could have thought of, right? But there's also more, because one of the former Ekurhuleni Metro Police officials exclusively revealed to ENCA that indeed the problems that Mkhwanazi cited, it happened. Yay. There's no evidence Mkhwanazi spoke. There was no evidence. They're exclusively revealing that all that Mkhwanazi said about vehicle being registered Ekurhuleni unlawfully, that such activity, it occurred. It's not what I said. It's what they said here.
There was no handover of the vehicles to the municipality. There was never a process where indeed these vehicles became part of the asset register of the municipality. But what happened is, all of a sudden, we had a concocted donation letter which was used as a basis upon which these vehicles were registered under the municipality. The investigation then proved that that did not happen.
And so, what do you make of, or what's your take about all of the situation that I've just mentioned here? Mina, what I can say to you is that it is quite interesting that if the public did not have access to the Madlanga Commission, how much of misleading we would have been subjected to. No wonder they want to fight podcasting, because if it wasn't that people have access to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, where people can talk about these things, just picture this, if people were solely reliant on the media, I think we would have been misled by now. By now, we would have turned against Mkhwanazi if it was the media. Just think about the evidence that is now emerging, proving but one point, that Mkhwanazi never lied. Right? Ooh, yeah. Oh, the deputy is no longer acting, but I think he's now a commissioner, if I'm not mistaken. He continues. Everything is business as usual there. They are saying, no, we will wait for the report instead of suspending the people there. Let's wait for the outcome of the commission while somebody is being formally investigated, but nothing is happening. Isn't it worrying that nothing is happening? In the wake of these strong allegations, nothing is happening. Are you for real? But let me leave it there. You will tell me what's your thoughts in the comment section below.